Engineers have a complex relationship to the environment. Construction projects produce environmental problems to the human society, such as land and air pollution, as well as design projects that can destroy the forest. However, engineers also design projects or products that eliminate threats to the environment integrity. Therefore, it is important to understand the obligation that engineering profession and individual engineers assume with regard to the environment. For this purpose, we should know what are some of the engineering codes that says about the environment. Most of the codes do not make any reference to the environment. Hence, the engineering body has adopted some environmental provisions to build engineer self-responsibility. This includes American Society of Civil Engineers, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, National Society of Professional Engineers. All provisions share the ideas that engineers should be committed to improving the environment to enhance the quality of life. However, the provisions fall into two categories of codes, which are shall and should. By using the expression engineer shall, it requires engineers to inform their clients or employers of the possible consequences of ignoring the principle of sustainable development. By using the expression engineer should, the code merely recommends that engineers seek opportunities to work for the protection of the environment through the practice of sustainable development. However, even though the provisions regarding sustainable development are requirements, the professional codes have no power to compel compliance.
Let us continue to the parts of environment in law and court decisions in cleaning up the environment. The focus of these parts would be the law in United States. In the past, there is no serious regulation until in the late 60s. Specific laws have been adopted strictly about violations were the subject of common law. Yet, the courts still have an argument to make decisions on the congressional registrations to make a clean environment. These laws that related to the environmental issues have been subject of criticism because of huge costs added to fulfill the regulations. By knowing the law that engineers should bound to in order to protect the environment, it is essential to know what are the criteria for a clean environment. First, comparative criteria. The environment is clean if it imposes to no greater threat to human life or health than do other risks. Second, normative criterion. The environment is clean if the pollutants present in it are normally present in nature to the same degree. Third, optimal pollution reduction criteria. The environment is clean if funds required to reduce pollution further could be used in other ways that would produce more overall human well-being. Fourth, maximum protection criteria. The environment is clean only if any identifiable risk from pollution that poses a possible threat to human health has been eliminated up to the capacity of available technology and legal enforcement to do so. Fifth, demonstrable harm criteria. The environment is clean if every pollutant that is demonstrably harmful to human health has been eliminated.
Now let us proceed to the type of attitude towards the environment. There is a total of 3 types of attitudes toward the environment, namely sub-minimal attitude, compliance attitude, and progressive attitude. First, sub-minimal attitude. Industry in this group have no full-time personnel assigned to the environmental concern. They only provide minimal effort in environmental regulation and rather pay the fines than making the authorized changes. To them, environmental regulations are just extra baggage and not a priority. Second, compliance attitude. This group accepts governmental regulation as the cost of doing business, but often without enthusiasm or commitment. However, they have even established company policies that regulate environmental matters. They also often skeptical about the value of environmental regulation. Thirdly, progressive attitude. These groups are responsive to environmental concerns. Companies have well-staffed environmental divisions and generally have good relationships with governmental regulators. These people are readily committed to environmental protection and environmental enhancement. Therefore, progressive attitude is the most wanted characteristic for an engineer. However, what are the reasons and what could be done to support adopting the progressive attitude? 1. The motive of individual and corporate self-interest. Progressive environmental policy also keeps business out of trouble with regulators. 2. Progressive policy generally promote human well-being, especially the well-being of future generations. It could increase efficiency and reducing waste can conserve resources for future generations. 3. Powerful motive for the progressive attitude is a respect for nature for its own sake, independently of its contribution to human well-being. We shall justify certain actions that most people probably feel right.
In engineering course, it is always important to understand some of the regulatory terms. For example, concern for the public probably refers to the health-related issues. But concern for the environment could refer to non-health related issues. Other terms including environmental impact. It could suggest both health-related and non-health-related concerns, and these concerns might be based on the intrinsic value of the environment. Health-related concern, threat to human health due to environmental harm. Non-health-related concern, being concerned to environment even though no direct effect to human health. Intrinsic value, appreciation of other living creatures other than human beings. Instrumental value, belief that forests, lakes, mountains, and animals are mere instrumental and does not have values in themselves.
Finally, we have entered the scope of professional engineering application to the environment. Engineers create much of the technology that is involved in environmental degradation and also environmental improvement. However, there are objections of imposing the responsibility of environment on engineers. Some believe that many judgments regarding the environment fall outside of the professional expertise of engineering, often finding their basis in the biological science. So, to resolve the situation, There is two modest proposals regarding to this issue. 1. Although engineers should be required to hold supreme human health in the performance of the engineering work, they should not be required as professionals to inject non-health related environmental concerns into the engineering work. 2. Engineers should have the right to organizational disobedience with regard to environmental issues, as this is required by their own personal beliefs or their own individual interpretations of what professional obligation requires.